Hi, I'm Bob Schrupp, physical therapist.
And I'm Brad Heneick, physical therapist.
Together we are the most famous physical therapists on the internet.
You better believe it. Oh, I mean in our opinion, Bob.
Today, happy birthday to Elvis.
Yeah,
80 years old.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Brad, we're going to talk about heel spurs.
Yep, heel spurs. And heel spurs obviously is a problem in the heel.
Right.
And I think a lot of people have a kind of a misconception of what they are, where they are, and are they the source of the problem or not? So
exactly.
Let's talk about where they are. Can you zoom in, Matt? We're going to come right in here. We got a new video master behind the camera today. He's doing a good job. There you go. So here you got the ankle, of course, the skeleton here, and here's the heel, or the calcaneus. It's the biggest bone in the foot. And heel spurs oftentimes come this direction, and if you pretend like the chrome part of this pin would be the heel spur, it'd be just like that, okay? And they'll point up this way, and they kind of go in line with the plantar fascia tissue oftentimes. Not always, but this is a common one. But this is where they're located. Now the interesting thing, okay, back up, Matt. Let's get our face in there. The interesting thing about heel spurs, they've done studies where they x-ray X number of people that have no symptoms in their feet, and they have
heel spurs.
Heel spurs, right, Bob? But there's no symptoms. So heel spurs can exist and do exist without any symptoms, no pain. On the other hand, they can cause a lot of pain.
Right. I think the point Brad's trying to make is sometimes doctors will take an X-ray, and you've been having heel pain, and they go, oh, we see a heel spur. We found your pain, when it may not be it at all.
Right.
You've had the heel spur for years, and you didn't have any pain, so you could maybe have Achilles tendonitis or plantar fasciitis or something else.
Sure.
But it's not uncommon for them to jump the gun.
Right. Right.
Is that fair?
As well as the patient. Sometimes the patient just thinks, even if the doctor doesn't, emphasize that's what it is. Once you hear you have a heel spur, you think, oh my God, I got a heel spur. What am I going to do about it? So we're going to say what you can do about it at home before you have any medical intervention. Some conservative treatment, we call it.
Sure.
And the first and easiest one, if you've been walking all day, I'm treating a patient right now with, she thinks she's got a heel spur problem, and she does have it on the x-rays, and she simply uses a cold pack. Oh,
that worked out good, Brad.
Sorry. My goodness. This worked pretty good anyways. So you put a cold pack on, you can put it on the floor, a nice gel pack, put your foot on there, at the end of the day when it's sore. That can help for pain management.
What about the ice pack we just made with rice? Would that work?
Sure. Yeah,
so
you could
just
use
look
that.
back a couple videos.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll even put it up here.
Yeah, zoomer. Yeah, put the click on there, Bob.
Click on that one on how to make your own ice pack out of rice.
The other thing you can do is a cross friction massage.
Sure.
It may or may not help. You'll know, and you can go to our video on that too. And basically, I'm not going to take my shoe off, but you're going to do that cross friction massage on your foot, and you're going to go over that tissue that's irritated. And if you start doing it, and after about 30 seconds of massaging in there deep, it starts to feel better, you're doing the right thing.
Right. If you're pushing in very deep, sometimes you go one finger over the other.
Oh,
and take your shoe off.
Yeah, take it off.
The thing is, what you're looking for is what Brad said. If the pain just keeps getting worse and worse, take the sock off too, Brad.
Stop. I got my foot powder on. It's going to make a mess.
That's all right.
That's why I wear it.
More than a mess.
My wife really has a problem with it.
All
okay.
Right. Now you got to face the camera though, Brad. Okay. So a lot of times it's right in this section here, isn't it, Brad?
Yep.
And he's pushing very hard.
Yeah, I'm not doing the cross the skin.
Now when you start this and the pain just keeps getting worse and worse, it's too inflamed to do this. Then you should start with the ice first.
Right.
After a couple days, retry the cross fiber massage again. And what you want to do again, you're not just pushing skin around, you're getting real deep, really pushing hard here. And you can do that for 5 minutes. You can go cross fiber like that.
Usually your fingers get tired of doing it.
Yeah, before you could stop.
Right.
And what you're doing is you're breaking up the scar tissue that is often developed there, and this often can give dramatic relief.
Sure.
So.
Right. And then those are things you can do on your own. You could try some inserts. I wouldn't spend a lot of money on them. Just get some $10 or $15 ones and see if some cushion in
See
there.
if you can get some relief. Don't
Right.
have the custom ones made. I wouldn't, not initially. I would just try some ones off the shelf
Right.
and see if you have some relief.
You better believe it.
So,
And then other things that you can do, you're pretty much gonna have to go see a therapist, probably if they wanna do phonophoresis, iontophoresis. That's a little
Sure.
more advanced, and we're not gonna get into that right now.
and you had mentioned another way to do ice, Brad, is you can actually take a frozen bottle of water.
Right, if you take a plastic, like a 20-ounce pop bottle,
Mhm.
or water bottle's about 20 ounces, obviously if it's soda, get rid of the soda, fill it up, not to the top, about 80% full, freeze it, put it on the floor, and then, we have a
Roll back
video
and
on
forth.
that, too.
Yeah.
Roll back and forth over that, it gives a little bit of massage, plus the cooling effect from the cold.
Yeah.
And if you're 40 years old and older, you are the people that want to subscribe to us, because we're going to give you more information, more tips on how to keep your body healthy at home without going to the doctor, with little simple tips like this. What do you say about that, Bob?
We're genius.
We
I'm
are
gonna help you
pretty genius, and if we think about it, we could think of more reasons why we're genius, right?
out. Yeah.
And we got
I bet you he agrees.
we got a skeleton with a leg that's
We'll do one on amputations.
chewing on his
All right,
finger.
thanks a lot.